Hello good people, welcome back to this video. In this video we're going to focus on type aliasing, and what type aliasing does is to help us to assign newer names to existing types, including even the primitive types that are supplied to us by the standard APIs of the Rust programming language. What do I mean by this? So sometimes there are reasons why you want to do type aliasing. For example, you are working with some custom data types and their names are too long for you, and you want to rename them, or sometimes you think a better name or some other name makes much more sense in some particular context, and so you want to give a new name to that data type without actually changing the data type's representation in any way. Okay, so let me show you how. um, and I also mentioned that you can type alias even primitive data types that we've worked with like the I32, I64, the U32, U64, and all the other data types that we've spoken about. So let's see how we can alias them. But I want to draw your attention to the fact that do not have the habit of aliasing these primitive data types just because you can. It is not technically wrong because you don't change the internal representation of these types in memory, but within the community, people expect to see the types the way they are. So unless you have a very good reason for renaming a primitive type, you don't have to do that. And when you do, you have to add comment to explain why that type aliasing was necessary. So the type aliasing I'm going to demonstrate is not very necessary, but I'm just doing it to show you how you can do that. And so the structure is you bring the type keyword, the new name that you want to assign to that type, the equal to, and the target type that you want to alias. So let's say for some reason I want to call all my I32s as number. So what I do is I say type number is equal to I32. So what it means is that henceforth I can declare variables of data type number, and they are going to take the internal representation of I32. So they are I32s internally. Okay, let's say I want my I want to call all F32s to be money. Then I can do that. So let's come here and declare some types with a new alias that we have created. So I can say let age, and now age is of the data type number, and it's going to store 56, and I'm going to say let salary is of the type money, and it's going to store these numbers. Okay, and now we can come here and do our print ln. So print ln, and I'm going to say age, and I'm going to put age here, and I'm going to copy this and do the same for salary. So salary, and let's copy this and paste it here. Okay, so now let's run our code and see that everything is going to work as expected. So it's compiling, and you can see that age is 56 and salary is blah blah blah. And so this is how you do type alias, and basically the type and the new name you want to assign to it equal to, and the target type that you want to alias. And like I explained, it takes on the internal representation. So however I32s are represented in memory, it's exactly how number is going to be, and F32 is going to the money type alias is actually an F32 internally. So this type aliasing is done when you feel that some particular names are going to be more meaningful and more helpful within some context. And this doesn't apply just only to the primitive data types, but once we learn about how to create our own custom data types, we are free to use type aliasing to give them newer names. Thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.